Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Monday. So it looks like Amber Portwood has yet another thing to be happy about. She has completed her 3-year probation. So back when Amber was actually put on probation, she had court that day, and I remember as soon as court was over, I reached out to the Ashley's Reality Roundup, kind of verified a few things with her, and then I went live. And I actually had Matt Byer. He was either in the chat or maybe on the phone with me. I don't remember. But her ex-fiance, Matt Byer, was there. And we went over the fact that she was put on probation for 3 years. And a lot of people, myself included, was like, we don't think she'll make it. We don't think she'll be able to go through 3 years without violating. Like, we just didn't see it, right? And I remember Matt Byer was like, she will. She'll do it. She will stick by it. She will complete it. Like, this will be the most important thing in her life. And he was like, you know, I lived with her while she was on probation before, and it's like the most important thing to her. When she's on probation, she's trying to like go by the book. Like, she does not want to violate. And he's like, she's going to do it. Watch. And I was even a little bit skeptical. People in the chat was skeptical that she would not be able to do it, you guys. It looks like he was right. And she did it. She went through 3 years of probation and she is finally done with it. So they actually put up an article that we're going to kind of go over right now. Also, Amber Portwood opens up about how Batter's intervention program helped her. It really does seem like Amber's been doing a lot better. I know every video that I've went over concerning Amber, I've pointed out, like, you know, she doesn't pop off as easily. She does live streams on her IG where she's happy and people come in and they say things to try to like trigger her, and it doesn't work. You know, she maintains a positive attitude. Also watching her on the reunion, the family reunion, like with Farrah, she did really good. Also watching her when she was at the reunion where Gary told her that Leah had been going to therapy and she wasn't aware of that. She got hot for a second, but she calmed down. She went back on the stage and she was able to have like a conversation. So I really feel like, you know, this judge that handled this case that was like, Amber, you need to do XYZ, did her homework. It was like, okay, what does Amber need? This has been, you know, a pattern every once in a while. Every few years, Amber's getting in trouble. So what can we do to stop this from happening? I feel like she did her research. She put her in these programs that I think paid off. I think they're working for Amber. So, all right, it says Amber successfully completed probation last week. She was sentenced to 906 days of probation back in October 2019, and that was stemming from her July 2019 arrest. So it's been discharged. It was discharged last week by Marion County, Indiana court. In addition to completing that probation, Amber has also fulfilled other terms of her sentence, which include completing substance abuse and mental health evaluations. She had to pay a fine of $1,285. She had to undergo random urine and breath testing at least once a month since October 2019. This is a big one for me, you guys. This is a really big one for me. So since October 2019, once a month, Amber has to do a urine test as well as a breathalyzer to make sure she's not, like, I guess, drinking and drugs. I guess that's what a breathalyzer would do. And according to court records, she submitted 21 negative drug tests. She did not miss a scheduled test or test positive for any illicit drugs or alcohol. That's pretty wild. 21 tests. This was a woman that literally dealt with substance abuse since a very young age. You know, she's relapsed in the past and it's been a struggle for her. 21. If anybody has a reason to throw a party this weekend, rather than Brianna throwing one to, you know, bash Kale or whatever, I feel like Amber should have a party to celebrate 21 negative drug tests. Like, that's amazing. She also completed court-ordered parenting classes and a Batter's intervention program. So in Amber's new book, which I went over with my members, I ordered Amber's book, and for my members, if you're a member to my channel or a member to my Patreon, over the course of like 3 weeks, we went over her entire book. So in her book, it's called So You're Crazy Too. She opens up about how happy she was to end up in that program, the Batter's intervention program. She said, one program that has really helped me has been the Batter's intervention program. Maybe it was the timing of it all. I was finally ready to accept responsibility for my actions and learn ways to keep the actions from happening again. Whatever the reason, I learned a lot from this program. That's really good. She said they teach you the power of holding back and the value of walking away from conflict. Where I grew up, it was a sign of weakness to walk away from conflict. This program taught me that walking away from a potentially explosive situation is actually a sign of a great inner strength. I agree, girl. I agree. In the book, she also talks about how serious she took her probation this time. And like Matt said that, Matt was like, she's going to take it serious, like, no doubt. She said, I was determined to fulfill my probation and eager to take anything I could get out of the classes that I was mandated to attend. I started to learn other ways of coping with fear and danger and intimidation through this program. Although I know this is a lifelong battle, I'm hopeful my days of mugshots and court appearances are behind me for good. I hope so too. I really hope so as well. You know, the last few videos, like I said, that I put up of Amber, I've obviously voiced that I see a difference and that I have some hope for her. And a lot of other people, they're seeing it too. Like in the comments, a lot of you guys are like, yes, I see it too. It seems like she's doing better. But there's still a few people that's like, she's a ticking time bomb. It will happen again. Like, don't give her too much grace because it's going to happen again. I hope not, but I feel what you're saying. Like, I do feel what you're saying. And I do think that may be a possibility. Like, there may be a possibility that in time, you know, something will happen. But I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for her because, you know, she's got 2 children that relies on her. Like Leah, while she has Christina, who is a good mom, there's nothing like your biological mom, right? Like, I mean, thank God I have my mom and she's always been a great mom, but I couldn't imagine relying on a stepmom. I feel like even if I had a great stepmom, I would still want my dad. And actually, I can't say that as far as my dad. Like, I grew up with a really good stepdad, like the best stepdad you could imagine, but I still wanted that relationship with my real dad. So despite the issues that she has, it would be great for her to continue to stay on the right path because she has Leah, who, you know, should have a mom, her biological mom. So anyways, it says here that Amber did not violate the no contact order that was put in place. And that no contact order, it was forbidding her from contacting her baby daddy, Andrew, who was the victim in the July 2019 incident. But since they share their son, James, they actually could contact each other as long as it was about James. They could not contact each other if it was anything other than James. So if she contacted him to talk about James, it was not considered a violation. So that no contact order has now been terminated by the court. Amber and Andrew, they are still in the midst of a nasty ongoing custody battle though. So, you know, I don't know if she's going to be, you know, just chit-chatting with him and be like, hey, what's up? How's it going? You know, whereas before, the only time she would message him would be about the baby. She don't have to abide by that anymore because there's no longer a no contact order. She can, if she wants to try it, but I don't think that's going to happen because, like I said, they are in the midst of this nasty custody battle where she's trying to get custody of James and he's trying to move to California and limit her time to 3 days out of the month and 10 hours. So he's trying to limit her time to 30 hours a month, where right now she gets 30 hours a week. So I don't think that's going to be happening. If anything, she may, you know, reach out to him to be like, hey, well, you know, why are you doing this? Can we talk this over? You know, I don't want you to take my son to California. Like, please don't do this. But I doubt there's going to be any conversations where they're like, you know, getting along. Anyways, so on April 26th, Amber's order for discharge from probation was successfully filed. She has completed probation. Her charge for domestic battery has been dismissed, and an alternative misdemeanor sentencing has come into play for her charge of intimidation, which is a level 6 felony. So basically what that means is Amber's intimidation charge has been reduced from a felony to a misdemeanor on her record. So whereas before it showed up as a felony, now it's going to show up as a misdemeanor. She will no longer need to seek permission to travel outside of the country or the state. Now before, she was allowed at times to travel outside of the her state, but that was for work. The only time she could leave the state before is if it was work related. Now she can travel. She don't have to get permission. So things really are looking up for Amber. Like, on her most recent IG Live, she said her and Leah are doing good. She's trying to fight for custody of James. She just bought her a new house, a really nice new house, and she's done with her probation. So it looks like things are really looking up for her. You guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you guys shocked to find out that Amber has completed her probation, that she literally submitted a drug test once a month since October 2019 and never failed one, not for drugs, not for alcohol? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.